Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me. Today I have with me an amazing student from our academy. Her name is Tanishq. She's a VA and an OBM and she's from Calcutta, and she's taken time out of her busy schedule to share her amazing journey with us. So very warm welcome, Tanishq, and thank you so much for agreeing to do this.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I can't even tell you and I can't even express how much happy and grateful I am today. Before I start, I just wanted to let you know that I visualized this happening, but I never thought this would be my reality. And when I was thinking about this, it was just a random thought when I started off. Like at the beginning of my career, when I was literally making my portfolio and taking beta clients, and I was like, "ये क्यों आया मेरे दिमाग में?" But I was like, okay, this is happening. Literally, I'm pinching myself that, okay, this is happening. I'm speaking to you one on one. So thank you so much. And one thing that if this is happening right now, it's because you exist and HPA exists and it has literally changed my life. I always say, I have always thanked you. But today, because it's a very special day for me, I just wanted to again reiterate it and say thank you so much for everything. Thank
Thank,
you.
thank you. It truly means a lot to me. Thank you so much. I'm so proud of everything you've done. And it's my pleasure that I get to interview you and I get to share your story with the world. So thank you for working hard and for making all of this happen for yourself. We just had a small part to play. So Danish, for those of all of our viewers who are watching you for the first time, it would be
Yeah.
great if you could give us a little introduction about yourself.
Okay. My name is Tanishq and I am based out of Calcutta. So before I got into freelancing, I completed my studies as a commerce graduate. And then I was pursuing my competitive exam, like the company secretaryship course, which was great, but somehow I did not feel aligned to the education system. I'm saying it out loud now because I was like, I'm a different person. But now I realize that this is what I was supposed to do. I stumbled upon freelancing. I saw Saloni ma'am's reel where she was talking about the VA course, and that's how I got into the academy. I took a leap of faith, and there's no looking back ever since. I started as a virtual assistant, and in the last 1.5 years, I worked with 7 clients, both as an OBM and as a VA. I transitioned as an OBM during the last quarter, I would say, and I'm working full time both as a VA and an OBM because I feel that as a VA, you can support small business owners, and definitely you should be supporting small business owners because they need that helping hand, and a lot of people don't have the resources. And not
Right.
every business needs an OBM right now. And there are also certain businesses who needs OBM, but it's not very prevalent right now. So I just want to increase that awareness and just keep putting in the work.
That's awesome. So cool. So what got you excited? Because you were studying for CS and,
Yeah,
so that's a completely, it has a lot of elements of commerce, law,
yeah,
multiple
yeah,
things.
yeah.
From there to choosing to become a VA, how did that transition happen for you? And what about the VA life excited you to even give it a shot?
Okay. So what happened is basically I was studying and I liked studying. Okay. It's not
Right.
like I had anything against that. But the thing is that because of that, I had to choose that, okay, I can either have some family or quality time or either I can study because it takes a lot. Like you have to literally study, I would say day in and day out, and you don't even know if you're going to clear in the next attempt. So
Correct.
that was somewhat prevalent, in my head. And during the COVID time, it was as it is very depressing that, okay, everything around you is so negative, and I was studying and I enjoyed that. But I was like, is this going to be my life for the rest of the
Mm.
lifetime that I had? I was like, kya chal raha hai mere saath? And then I don't know, universe had a different plan, and I was literally going through something, and I was like, I'm literally bored, and what am I doing with my life? Studies are great, but this is a long time commitment. मतलब ये कितने दिन तक I'll continue. And I stumbled upon a reel of yours where you were literally sitting by the window. It was a little bit dark, scrolling on your phone, and a word appeared on my screen, virtual assistant. I don't know. Somewhere it happened. And I was like, what is this? And literally, of course, it was on the HPA page reel, and then I was directed to the website link, I was compelled by the copy written there, and I was like, okay, I can work from anywhere. I can have a career with a laptop and an internet connection. I can travel around the world. It's super flexible, and it will help me achieve those numbers. Like it was a no-brainer thing, and I was like, this is too good to be true. How can it be?
Yeah.
And it was like I read all the testimonials. I did all the research I could do in the world. And but the most important thing, which where I was able to take this decision, is you yourself. because I could sense it was in your aura that you are a very trustworthy person. I never discovered you before. And since then I started following you on YouTube, on other social media handles. I was like, this is the person who is going to change my life. I don't know. I had that in me that I really want to trust this lady. And you had that in you. I mean, it was so convincing. And then I got into it and I was like, chalo, either I'm going to take the VA course separately or the entire module. And I was like, no, I'm going to go for the entire thing, the side hustle formula, which is.
Right.
So I had a counseling session, of course, and she was like, it's up to you, but we would recommend you. And I was like, okay, I'll go for the entire course. And I was like, I am going ahead with this. There's no doubt. Jo hoga dekha jayega. That was the thing. And then I went, I started with the course and everything. There was a welcome call with Abhinya ma'am, and there things became very clear that how am I supposed to navigate. I attended officer calls. I was like, okay. It was a little bit overwhelming in the beginning because I
Initially,
was
yeah.
figuring things out, and that's okay. But you and Abhinya ma'am and other coaches in the academy helped me out. I started with the VA course simply because it was going to give me a career which was flexible and I was able to continue it with my studies. I was not in it, I did not have it in my mind that, okay, let's convert this full time. I started working and, I started completing the courses, all the relevant courses: Instagram Power Up, Virtual Assistant Power Up, Foundation Power Up. I paused it for a while because Abhinay ma'am said that just go to the VA Power Up. That
Yes.
was the most realistic thing to do at that point of time.
Right.
I did my beta services. I made the portfolio. I kept on taking the feedback. Even if I'm not coming on the calls, I have to send an email no matter
Correct.
how long because that's what I'm supposed to do. I did not shy away.
Right.
And HPA calls made me confident to talk like this because even when I knew things, I never had the courage to, okay, ma'am, I know this answer.
Yeah.
And people who are not that smart than me, I would say, could make it. And I was like, okay, is this going to be? So I
Yeah.
got the confidence to, communicate well. Even of course, I can make mistakes and I can bluff here and there, but this is literally because of HPA, because of going on calls. And I was like, let me talk. जो होगा देखेंगे लोग क्या सोचते हैं मुझे क्या फर्क पड़ता है. And from there, things started changing. I
Yeah.
made my portfolio, beta client. I just posted it on the HPA community and I got my beta client. I
Uh,
mean, I was like, okay, this is so magical. So that's how I got into it. And if you ask me the motivation, the flexibility, the freedom to choose my own life, that I don't have to choose, my friends or my family as against this. I can do both. And
yeah.
I'm doing both.
Yeah.
It's because there's some balance. Sometimes your work will require,
Correct.
more time from you and more energy from you. And sometimes you have to balance both. But again, it's worth it, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's amazing. I mean, at such a young age, you have so much clarity. I mean, I'm in awe of you guys. Yeah. When I was that your age, I barely knew anything. So I'm so proud at this point. Tell me, you mentioned that you work as a VA and an OBM.
Hmm.
So for our beginner viewers who are watching this, if you could explain the difference between a VA and an OBM, I think that would help them understand, get a lot more clarity.
Sure. So as a VA, what you do is that I would say a VA is a very open-ended position. Of
Correct.
course, you can get into specializations later, but when I started off as an open-ended position. I started working as a social media VA, like creating posts, writing the captions and everything. You learn it on the go, so that should not be a problem. Even if you don't know anything, it's always a way to figure it out and learn
Right.
things. And HPA Power Ups have it all, so you don't need to go anywhere. And अगर आपको कुछ instantly चाहिए, you can always Google your way out and just figure
Correct.
it. So
Yeah.
that's how it is. So as a VA, there are too many things that you do. You can help them with social media, with websites, with a little bit here and there because small businesses don't have a lot of budgets. They can't have a social media team, a website team, and all of that initially. So you step in, and if you have these multiple skill sets, it's always valuable to them because you are that one POC. They don't have to coordinate with too many people because they don't have the time. It's as it is very overwhelming for them.
Yeah.
As a VA, you do, I would say the right way of putting it would be a little bit of everything. And that's great because those business owners are you are that trustworthy person just where they believe you that okay, this person is there, they'll take care of you.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes I'll tell you what, it's not, people are not just looking for someone who just wants them to get the work done.
Yeah.
They're looking for a right person that I can confide in them. I
Yeah.
can maybe sit with them and share my things, and they'll probably help me out to, just open my limiting
Correct.
blocks and things which is stopping me.
Yeah.
Just to tell me that, you're doing well and enough, don't worry, things will fall into place.
Yeah.
That's the push that they need. Trust me, I have worked with 7+ clients so far, and that is it. They
Yeah.
don't need anyone ki chalo kaam ho gaya and that's it.
Right.
That's what a VA does. Now, as in OBM, what you do is it's a little bit of a more strategic position. So, you worked as a VA for a while and then you can transition as an OBM. So that only happens when your business is the business of the business owner is at a scaling position where we
Hmm.
are like, okay, now it's time to delegate, now it's time to hire my team, and I want to be more strategic, not like day to day things,
Hmm.
like making strategies, creating workflows, making quarterly goals, and then ensuring that things are happening on time. There are different things that you do as an OBM. You know, it's
Hmm.
again a very open ended position. You take care of project management, to take care of teams, even the hiring process and stuff. So
Correct. Yes.
very, very exciting work. And uh, moreover, it's more of a business management role, and it challenges you and it makes you better. Okay, this
Yeah.
is the code block. I have to go myself and figure out, okay, look, this is what is happening. Let me break it down for you and let's come up with a solution. I have
Exactly.
been that person even as a VA. I did not even know that that's the work of an OBM.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I am very grateful to that client with whom I was working. She allowed me to get that headspace and that creative space that you do you. If there's
Yes.
anything else, I'll let you know.
Correct.
Because of her, I was able to understand a lot of things and I was able to create strategies for her. And I was very underconfident. And she was like, I love it. You know, sometimes you just doubt yourself too much. And
Yeah.
I got to know about the OBM thing through the VA Power Up only. But I was like, "Ki kya hota hai?" Because I
Hmm.
was just starting out and did not have any clarity. And I was like, I want to do this. I am enjoying it. So I was not like, okay, I just want to be an OBM. I wanted to be both because
Right.
I feel that uh, just because I want to be an OBM, that shouldn't stop me from
From
supporting
being a
people,
VA, absolutely. Yeah.
because there are so many people who need that help and they need good people. And I wanted to be that good person for them
Yeah.
because I'm an HPA student. That's
That's so sweet. That's amazing. I love the clarity that you have. And I think both VA and OBM are essentially, you're the right hand person for a
yeah,
business owner. So as a VA, maybe you are a right hand person for a smaller business versus as an OBM, you are a right hand person for a slightly more
right.
scaled up business. That's all.
And you can even do both.
Yes, of course.
Some
Like
businesses can
for a
even do
business,
both. Yeah.
exactly. So that's amazing. A lot of people reach out to me. I cannot even tell you how many messages I get in a day where people want to become VAs, right? It's such an exciting value proposition that you get to do multiple things and you get to have all the flexibility and freedom. So people want to do that. But I think the biggest roadblock that stops beginners is, will anyone ever hire me, will anyone ever pay me for my services, right? So if you could tell people about the experience of you getting your first client, how did that happen for you? I think it would help them a lot.
Okay. So I think that's a very, very valid point. Even when I was doing my beta services and I posted my offer, again, a very small story that I would like to share. The beta offer that I had created, it was according to me, it was really bad. I was like, koi kaam nahi karega mere saath. It's rejected, done and dusted. But the other day, there was a post in the featured place of the HP community. I don't know, Universe was with me all through,
Mm.
and that was a call where Abhinaya ma'am was taking a session regarding the beta thing, how
Mm.
to create a beta offer. And I was like, okay. I went ahead and I did the call. I did it twice actually. One, I did it in the live to understand acha, what it is. I don't want to make any notes. I just want to listen to what she's saying. And then raat ko baith ke, I was like, okay, I'm taking notes that how am I supposed to do it? It's not about copying things. It's about taking inspiration from other people that how they did it. And
Right.
I noted down the important points that these are the things that I have to know, that okay, because if I'm working with a beginner business owner, it's not going to help me out. I need certain experience. I need to have these things in place. Ki, okay, for 14 days, I will need a testimonial and all of those
Correct.
important details was needed. I
Right.
created a really good beta offer and I sent it to Abhinaya ma'am for review. That I was like, let me see what she says. She
Yeah.
was like, post it right away. This is so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
And I did that, and within 24 hours, I was very scared. It was very new for me. Will I even get a client? I was very scared. It was very new for me. But I was like, okay. And I did not even check the Facebook community for the next, I think, 14, 15 hours. And I was like, chalo, dekhte hain, kisi ka aaya kya message. And I was like, I got my first beta client then and there. And that was Dr. Shamila. She was a
Yes.
PhD coach at that
Yes.
point.
Yes.
She hired me, of course, as a beta client. And very nervous. And I just remembered that one thing that you said, you must ensure that you give a red carpet experience to your client.
Yeah.
It stuck with me till date. And
Yeah.
I always come from that mindset. And I ensure that I do my best. Even if I don't know things, I'll be very honest and I'll
Yeah.
let them know that I figure it out because it's new
Correct.
for me. And when you are a beta, you're providing beta services, they know that, okay, you're
Correct.
starting
That you are a
from
beginner.
that
Yes.
headspace as well. So she was very good. She gave me that creative flexibility. I started working with her. I was doing social media for her. That's how
Hmm.
I started creating Canva ka designs and everything.
Hmm.
And I knew Canva a little bit before, but again, through the power of, like you said, you have to just sit with it and play around with it, and that's how you'll be able to figure it out.
Correct.
That's why I got a bit better with Canva. So that was my first beta offer. I did it for a week, and then I moved to the second beta client.
Right.
So when I went on to the second beta client, that was a copywriter and a business owner again, Roshni Samuhi. She was my
Yes.
second
She's
beta client.
amazing. Yeah, yeah.
And earlier, what happened is that she had posted in the HBA community that she's looking for an appointment setter. I
Yeah.
applied for it. Next day, there was an office hour call, and you said कि starting में appointment setter का काम नहीं करना चाहिए. Okay,
हाँ,
like, you
हाँ.
shouldn't start out like that. And I was like, ठीक है. And I did not even check her email, and it was from Roshni Samuhi only.
Yeah, yeah.
But again, magical things happened, and I was like, okay, I posted that offer. She reached out to me. We got on a call, and I am working with her till date. So
Hmm.
she is the person who taught me about the OBM thing.
Yeah, yeah.
She
She
herself
herself
was,
has experience of doing
yes,
that.
yes. So that's how it all happened. I mean, in the beta offer, and then now I started creating content on Instagram. Now coming to the question, sorry, it became a
It's
bit lengthy.
okay. Please
Yeah.
take your time to
So,
explain
so
things.
you won't even believe, and I couldn't believe it myself. It was an inbound lead. Okay, it was an inbound lead, and I was like, ये पक्का shady और fake है, नहीं हो सकता ये. I don't know. I had those limiting beliefs that ऐसे
Yeah,
कैसे हो सकता है, that I have started creating content and people are reaching out to me. How is that
yeah,
possible?
yeah.
And I just reintroduced myself, and I did things here and there. And I was very beginner there. कि चलो ठीक है, let's do it. I'll show up and देखते हैं क्या होता है. That person reached out to me, and that person needed some help with research and creating posts and everything. And at that point of time, I was okay with doing anything because I knew I'm here to learn. I
Correct.
want to develop that skill set. And as a VA, the more you learn, the more valuable you become, I feel.
Right,
It's not going to go to waste. It's always going to help you out. So I was
right.
like, okay, I'll do that. And that person paid me 7,000 rupees. That was the first income that I had.
Mm,
Unbelievable. I was like, what is this? Like, I mean, what is happening?
yeah,
From there, the beta service with Roshni ended. And at that point of time, she was not looking for a VA, but she had a friend to whom she referred me to, again, a business coach. I was working with that person and then again redirected to Roshni. So, ऐसे करते करते, I worked with 7 people. There are still people who I am in touch with, even if the project has ended and
right.
they don't need my services, but they know that I have been a very good, valuable person in their team, and they value me so much. Like,
That's
I
so
have
cool.
given them a good experience and they have
Yeah,
positive reviews about me. So
that's
that's how it went till date. Yeah.
yeah, this is great because see, the one thing that worked amazingly well for you was that your beta client, even though
Hmm.
she didn't have the opening in that moment, she
Yeah.
referred you to, right, to somebody else who did have. So
Yeah.
that's where the mindset of offering a red carpet experience,
Yeah.
offering great experience to the clients come in, because like in your freelance business, you won't go very far if every single month you just have
Hmm.
to sit and look for new clients, versus
Yeah.
if you maintain a good relationship with your clients, if you stay with them for
Absolutely.
the long term, and they'll a work with you for long term, and they'll also bring in more people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you get to win in the whole
Yeah.
situation
And
anyway.
one more thing that people who are looking to become a VA would like to say is that yes, you have those skills that you develop on the go, the hard skills, but there are certain soft skills which are even more valuable, like
Correct.
being proactive, being there for
Mm,
business owners, asking for feedback.
yeah,
Even if you are like, chalo, let me just ask and inquire that what are they feeling about me. So
yeah,
that thing changed the game completely. I was
totally.
very proactive. I reached out, and if I anticipated any problem, like again you said that don't wait for the problem to just become so big that it's stopping you from going there. So
Yeah,
if I anticipated, I've always been a solution minded
oriented
person,
person.
that let's
Yeah,
just I'll try to figure this out. Let's see. There's always a work around this. And at that point of time, I was not even thinking about income. I was like, I need to develop that skill set. That's it.
correct,
And
correct,
that's how I was able to move ahead the ladder. And I knew in my head that this is not a quick get rich quick scheme, because this is a lot of work.
correct,
And I had to be ready for this. I did not realize it in the beginning, but it takes work. It's not like it's going to happen magically. So
exactly.
I just ensured one thing, that whatever happens, I have to stick to my ethic that I need to deliver good work. It has to be towards the betterment of the business owner. And whatever happens, I have to be transparent. Whatever I'm committing to, it has to happen. If
Exactly.
not, you have to come up with a valid, I mean,
Reason. Yeah.
reason that why it did not happen. Anything. Just open and transparent communication is the key, because of which I was able to develop that trust and that reliability. That I mean, to such an extent that I have access to so many things, and they're like, take the call.
Yeah.
You know me really well. That is the trust, and that comes with a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Trust takes time to be earned, but once it's there, that becomes like your goal. In this freelancing world where there are a lot of people who are in it for quick money, these are people who are going to not stay in the industry for long term, but the ones who come in with the right mindset, who are here to learn, to offer good experiences, and to, at the end of the day, also, build a sustainable career. They are the ones who will see and you are definitely one of them, very clearly. I mean, I'm really surprised at such a young age you have all of this clarity. I feel so proud. um,
Thank you.
so, Tanishq, one thing that a lot of people worry about getting into the freelance world is,
Hmm.
there are a lot of stories people see on internet about, clients ghosting or shady clients, or getting, getting scammed by strangers, etc., etc. Have you had any such experience in your journey?
So, not really. I was ghosted once or twice. I was like, okay, they went on a discovery call and they
Right.
understood everything about me and they are gone. I
Yeah.
mean, no response, nothing. But I knew, again, when you're a part of a community, you get on calls and you understand that similar people who are going through this. And I was like, I will follow up once or twice. That's it.
Correct.
If they're not coming up, fair enough. And how I got those answers, I always ensured initially that I am most actively on calls, and through other people asking the question, I was able to understand. And
Correct.
you, again, you are the only person that I listened to initially, that okay, you just have to follow up once. If they don't come back, let them be. They are not the right person for you. And I also understood that maybe some people are like competitors who are trying to figure out what you have to offer, your rates and everything. And I was like, okay, I have plenty of people, I get the right kind of people. So initially, I never had any negativity because I know ki I don't have anything to lose. Uh,
Mm.
the right people will find me. I'm here to learn. Things are happening, and if anything doesn't happen, I have HPA community. I am
Yeah.
already a part of community. There are so many people who are there to help me out. There's Saloni ma'am, so I don't have to worry about anything. हो जाएगा जो भी होगा. We'll figure it out. Yes, I have to put in the work, but I have the right guidance. Things have worked out for me in the past.
Correct.
It will happen again. So yes, there are people who are like that, but I think if you are good at what you do, you will attract that right kind of people. You just
Exactly.
have to have that, okay, it's okay, one or two experiences negative. That doesn't mean that all the people are like that. Touch
Yes.
wood, it did not happen with me. Just people ghosted me. I was not scammed. And I ensured that, okay, yes, I'm very good. I am here to help you out. But at the same time, there are certain boundaries that I have, that like me taking payments in advance. I never used to do that previously because I again came to know at it later at
Hmm.
point in my career. Nothing bad happened, but again, it's better to be
Yeah.
safe than sorry. Better to take payments in advance and have those boundaries in place to prevent such things. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah. That totally makes
The
sense.
rest is all good.
Yeah, yeah. That actually makes a lot of sense because, yes, there are bad people in the freelancing world, but there are bad people in the corporate world. There are bad people in any industry that you go into. You will always find good and the bad. Your vibe attracts your tribe. Keep your own vibe, happy and excited and focused on learning, and you will attract the right people. It'll all come. Everything. There is no lack of good people in the world. So, if one doesn't work out,
Yeah.
you will always find somebody else. So having that mindset definitely helps a lot. Awesome. Tanish, thank you so much for being so generous and sharing all the experience, all of your experience with people. One last parting note for people who are looking to join HPA and have a lot of questions, as you have already been a part of this community, to them, do you have a message?
Okay. So to them, I would like to say that just close your eyes and just get into the community, because it's that valuable. You will not regret it for a second. The only thing and the only commitment that is needed from your end is that you have to put in the work. Even if it gets a bit overwhelming, it's okay. You don't have to rush and go to anywhere else. Like, you just have to focus on the present and what you can do. And the community has coaches, and there's a reason why calls are conducted weekly, so that any roadblocks that you face, you can come and talk to the coaches there. And you shouldn't be shying away from here, because everyone is on the same journey. So like I did, I was like, I don't care whoever thinks whatever, I will go and ask my question. And that helped me out a lot. It has really helped me in boosting my communication, and I'm at least getting better at it. So always go and ask the right questions. No question is a silly question. And just go for it, just put in the work. And yeah, take care of a few things that I would like to say, that in my journey I had never seen the inflexibility of freelancing थोड़े
Yes.
time पहले तक. So
Right.
keep marketing yourself. Be prepared for low cash months. uh, yes, it will create a bit of a thing ki, okay, what is happening, but you will always understand that that's a challenge, and you can always learn from it. And what I do is I try to understand, how did I end up here, what went wrong, instead of
Hmm.
blaming you or blaming someone else or blaming circumstance. Understand why it happened. So for
Yeah.
me, what happened is I got too comfortable. I was like, okay, I stopped my marketing. I stopped showing up on social media. I stopped cold outreaching. So comfort zone should not be the thing. It's okay. When you gain some experience, you can slow down, but not stopping is not an option. I mean, of course, people do part ways. Things become a bit toxic, and sometimes, if things don't work out in the future, there's misalignment. So it's always better to keep, marketing yourself and just showing
Correct.
up, and so that people discover you, because there are so
Correct.
many people who are waiting for you to serve them, and the opportunities are endless. If you are good at what you do, I think you will find it. Even if right now I'm not looking at it, and if I'm not being able to good I mean see those opportunities, but when you are a part of a community and when you are around good people, it will always work out. If
Correct.
not now, after 1 month, 2 months, whatever, you can
That's,
always go back to coaches and get that feedback and start again.
yeah.
So yes,
Yeah.
it will happen. And it's not going to be like, okay, it's sometimes it's going to be unstable, sometimes it's going to be thoda are kya ho raha hai, kya hoga nahi hoga. But that's where a lot of people give up, and you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Like, if you stay till the end, you are going to win.
Yeah.
So that's how it is. And I think I don't regret it. Like, even on the days I'm like, jo bhi hai, I'm feeling my emotions, that's fine. But I'm again waking up, and I know that this is the flexibility that I have. I'm being able to travel so much. Earlier when I was studying, I just me, my books, and my room.
Yeah.
That's it. Because of freelancing, I traveled in the last one, I would say 6 7 months. I was able to, in the last 1 year, I would say I was able to take 4 vacations. I'm not even
Wow.
kidding, including my brother's wedding, who was very close to me. And I was like, अगर मैं ये ही कर रही होती जो पहले कर रही थी, तो मैं ये नहीं कर पाती. I would have missed it, because you're not close to everyone in your family. And
Hmm.
that moment is very special. Weddings are special. I mean, somewhere. And I had it last, and you won't even believe, I used to come back. I mean, after attending the function, and I used to work, because it's my commitment. I have to fulfill it no matter what. कि every day, chalo theek hai, you will hear from me. I used to be very open in my communication, that I might not be available from this time to this time, but don't worry, I'll get it done. It's my promise. And they know कि इसको बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है, ये करके देगी. Follow up भी नहीं लगता है अब. So that is what I have built. And of course, because of HPA, because of these learnings, and you also understand a lot about yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, what you are as a person. And this is not a ratification course, all practical, all skill based, all learnings. And I would say HPA has been a very big part of this growth. Whenever I thank my stars, I'm like, thank you for HPA. ये नहीं होता तो क्या होता. So of course, I'm saying that it's all because of you. It's all because of HPA's community support, and people are looking for it. I would say just go for it. You are not going to regret it. Trust me. And अगर तुम्हें कुछ problem होता है तो मुझसे बात कर लो. मैं तुम्हें convince कर दूंगी for sure. So
Thank
it's like
you.
that.
Oh my
So
God. I am so grateful to you. No, because honestly, I feel like the community of HPA is what it is because of people like you, right? It's because we have people like you who come back, who never stop giving into the community. Because I know whenever you have a big moment or you have a learning, I
yeah,
have seen you come and post about it on the Facebook group so that others can learn from you. So
yeah,
these are the big value nuggets, and for all of
absolutely.
that, I'm grateful to you. So thank you so much. And thank you
Thank
for
you so
taking out
much.
the time and being so generous with all of your and thank you for your honesty. I think what's missing in the online freelancing freelancing space today is a lot of honesty. I think people get trapped into false promises of, quick results and big money and all of that. Yes, a big money is going to happen for you. If you are a good freelancer, nobody can stop your success, but does not mean the journey to there is going to be one straight line quickly, right? Like you will have, everyone has to go through the ups and downs, and that's how you learn and that's how you succeed. Just like how Tanishq has just the right mindset of, offering great service to her clients, of being reliable, being proactive. If you can do these things, there's no way your success will not come to you. It may not come to you in a month, but it will come to you this year, don't worry.
Absolutely.
Thank you,
Thank
Tanish.
you
Thank you
so
for
much.
taking
Thank you
out the
so much.
time, and thank you for talking to us. I'm so grateful. And please be in touch. Of course, we'll be in touch.
Absolutely.
Tanish's social media handles are all linked in the description. Make sure that you give her a follow. You will learn a lot from her content. And yeah, thank you so much, Tanish. Thank you for
Thank
the
you so much. Thank you.